And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to let the field loose and go racing in the rain at King's Landing. The race is officially go for 56 laps, and already we're going to be seeing a lot of cautious approaches over the course of this starting lap. Here we see Speedy going a little bit wide at the exit of turn 2 right there, trying to make a few positions up, moving up to P4. Let's go along with Speedy, shall we, for that little tussle for P3 versus iFreezer as well. But he slides out and crashes into the wall at the exit of turn number 5, which is going to be leaving him down in the doldrums and falling back down in the pack, following along with iFreezer just behind the duo of Quick and Wosal. Wosal trying to take away the lead from Quick, managing to do so far towards the end of lap number 1 through the kink at turn 9. Riser looking a lot speedier compared to iFreezer. Same for Dexter, who's looking to maybe put a move on Riser before turn 11. There he is. Riser forced to brake very heavily before the final corner. Wosal will be leading at the end of lap 1. Quick in P2. Dexter completes the top 3.
And across completely in the mud. So across, I think maybe started late or something like that. But Wosal, surprisingly, with a very good performance so far. And we see the first mistake. Quick is so far behind. P25 for Quick right now.
Whoa. And we also see Wosal having dropped back down from 1st to 5th, allowing Dexter to move up into the lead of the race, provisionally speaking, even though Wosal continues to set the track ablaze in the rain with a 48.517, currently the fastest lap. Yeah, now I see what you mean, because you meant tire boxes. I'm like, what is he talking about, tire boxes? And now, okay, so those are the tire barriers at the exit of turn 11 that are in a different surface. I got it. Marius moving over into the lead, and Wosal also making a really solid catch-up. Good line. Dexter again sliding out a little bit at the entry into turn number 8, and Riser also in there, mixing it up with the big boys. That's a pretty solid top 4 that we got going on here, even though we got a bit of a slow exit on the side of Riser and of Marius, allowing Wosal and Dexter to kind of leave them in the dust as we're moving on to turn 11 to conclude lap number 5 here. Wosal going a little bit wider compared to Dexter, who decides to go a little bit closer towards the apex of the corner, and still Wosal leading with a .249, or rather Wosal retaking the lead at the end of lap 5 with a .249. Good time indeed, looking a lot slower at the exit of turn 1 compared to Dexter, though. He's going to be barely grazing the wall.
So now Dexter was able to get that a bit better, and Wosal with a mistake. We have top 2 here for the OK boys. Dexter and Marius first and second place.
And yeah, Wosal, unfortunately, that full stopping into the pillars. We've been talking about this at the very beginning of the practice session. Of course, we also Dexter also having a bit of a trouble through turn 8. We were talking about this just before. And there goes Wosal by Sensei Carlos. Shorty looking to be a little bit antsy there, trying to go back up into P2 ahead of Riser. Yeah, he slid a little bit currently in turn 11. I caught that a little bit too late. But right now, Marius inheriting the lead. Lap 8, and still over 2/3 of tire left to go, and over 55 liters left in the tank.
Yeah, and good fight here between Quick and Wosal as well. Carl, Shorty, and Riser ahead. Marius with a comfortable lead thus far. I mean, it was a very hectic start into the race. A lot of mistakes have happened, but look at that line here from Wosal, going from 5th or even 6th position up to P number 4. But Quick and Carl with way more exit speed also compared to Shorty and Riser, and Wosal with that dropping down again. But very, very good overview from Wosal over the playing field. Carl and Shorty being a bit more careful in that corner, and Wosal with a good line here as well. Mario's still leading, but the others are not slowing down. Oh my god, Carl almost hitting there, but he is still in the race.
Riser looking slow.
Dude, it's so cool to see a rainy race. Like, the gaps are so... it's such a tight race thus far. It's really cool.
Yeah, so far it really opens up the possibilities, really. But let's see the line from Wosal here, because he was looking for a little bit of a wider setup at the exit of turn 8, and this is very much what he managed to do in the previous lap that allows him to be catching up big time through turns 9 and 10 up until the top 3, and then turn 11 he's forced to release a little bit more compared to Quick. Look at the speed he carries through the Norwegian, and Marius might be overtaken at the line. Ding ding ding. Oh, not quite. I thought he was going to be a lot faster than that, but Quick inheriting the lead. But look at the line, firing it up the inside for Wosal, not managing to make the move stick just yet. Oh my goodness, what a lap we're witnessing from the top 3. And again, look at the dive back down, parrying so much speed, moving up into the lead, a 2-for-1 deal through turn 5. Wosal, qu'est-ce que tu as fait, mon vieux? Mais quelle série de virages! And look at Quick going a little bit too slow, heading into turn 7. Marius as well, looking to be sliding out. Oh my goodness, it's all kicking.
Yek. Hallo? Thomas?
Hello?
Hello? Okay, you're back.
Hello?
Oh, and Carl into the wall, and he made a full stop there. So Carl is down to P9.
Fick has assumed the lead of the race towards lap number 13. Oh, both of the drivers bonking
also
on
Shorty.
the rock face.
Shorty as well.
Shorty as well. Oh my god. In the meantime,
Marius
I wasn't mentioning.
Everyone in the top 4 made a mistake. Yeah, maybe Marius goes for another lap, but that would be very ballsy from him.
No. He's using way too much. He would be crossing the line with 7 liters left. There you go. Peer into the pit lane. Watch out for the 130 km/h speed limit. Everybody making it through nice and safe because the pit entry is a lot more straightforward compared to last week. That's a good amount of pace there from Reiser. 48.8 as well in terms of the personal best in terms of laps. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, Reiser, I think probably a surprise for all of us.
Speaking of the devil, Reiser is now finding himself into battle with Marius 89. Marius managing to catch up very, very quickly here as we're moving on to lap number 21 on the side of P3 and P4, and they're battling their way through traffic as well. Sin getting a lap down on Reiser. James is also further up ahead. We see Trilux still hanging around in P24 right now. And in the meantime, it's going to be Fick having assumed the lead of the race over Wosile, and this time putting a pretty significant buffer between himself and the Frenchman. 1.4 seconds at this stage in the race. It's pretty much double. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, it was 0.7 just a couple of laps ago, but it seems like Wosile has made a mistake. He's 1 second behind his PB.
The tire consumption is a lot more consequent in terms of Wosile compared to Fick. Look at this. There's a 15% delta, and they pitted at the exact same lap. So, yeah, Wosile definitely throwing caution to the wind, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be paying off as Fick continues to just pull away. And there you go. You can see Fick continuing to extend because he can afford to do so, because he can see that Wosile is just a lot less pristine in terms of tire conservation. So, I think Fick has got the upper hand for now, but also Marius is looking to be on pretty similar kind of figures.
Yeah.
That particular set. So,
wow.
Yeah, he was going to be heading into the pit lane for sure. Same for Marius. Both of them heading for the pit lane in the meantime. Shorty still looking pretty fresh and healthy. 21% of tires left. Simon Luck, 10%. He might be looking to extend, or no, he just dives exit stage right to the pit lane as well.
Oh, this could be a huge race for Shorty. This could be a huge race for him. I mean, he's
could be very. Oh, ouch!
Yeah, that's a huge. It's a huge race for Shorty.
That first stint was the rain-affected portion of the race. Everybody, or pretty much almost everybody, pitting at lap 15. And then you could see already Wosile pitting at lap 23 with the aggressiveness that he's been using his tire sets, 23 and 31. He's been on 8 laps and 8 lappers for now. In the meantime, Fick and Marius, the 2 race leaders, managing to pull off 2 clean 10-lap stints pretty much, as we're going to be seeing Fick and Marius in the pit lane. So there are their third pit stops at lap 35. Once again, 10 lap stints, which is looking pretty snazzy. And here, Reiser was pitting on lap 24, but here, end of lap 35, manages to squeeze an 11-lapper out of that, which is a very, very solid gain.
Marius and Quick are 12 seconds behind, but then Dexter is there as well. Top 5 right now for him, or make it even top 3 now, because they also, of course, have overtaken players who went into the pit stop. So Dexter Marius, I think, will be a good fight. Maybe even for second place? Question mark.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, Dexter Marius for second place. That's actually a shout. Maybe a 3-way fight with Super Karloff as well. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Super Karloff quite far behind. Reiser lost a bit of time, is 9 seconds behind Marius now, but he also had a very conservative lap before the pit stop. So Wosile going to the pit stop again, and there you can see Quick just gaining time towards him. 13 seconds he was ahead, but he also had 1 more pit stop.
We have a bit of a battle below that between Chadini. Chadini had made a mistake, so nobody takes advantage of that. But Chadini, we'll see Nobody and Tim fight with each other. What happened there? Did I miss something?
No, just like nobody took advantage of that because his name is Nobody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't catching up that well on that. Yeah, but yeah. Tim, in the meantime, getting a very good lineup for the exit at turn 8 to make himself back up into P17. Or looking a bit slow, bit of a bump on the tire barriers there from Nobody, who still has a little bit of speed. Same for Chadini, 2-for-1 deal, and you can see basically positions being given away left, right, and center. In the meantime, Racer Light moving up into P14.
Quick is a bit more conservative on his tires, so I do think that the race is decided by that, because Wosile has to go into the pit stop here one more time. Quick maybe it's really not that kind of a problem for him because he just needs to squeeze out in 1 or 2 turns and maybe should just not drift that 1 turn by being easy on his tires. So
the Wassail, there you go, coming into the pit lane, and Karloff might be following suit as well because he's currently sitting on 20% of tires capital left for the time being. There you go, spearing on the right of the stage. So Marius could come away with a podium finish there. Marius versus Wassail. I'm thinking Marius can have the upper hand, really.
Or tire management, maybe Dexter can be a bit more aggressive, but he also was on a more aggressive strat than Wassail, so I do think that Dexter is gonna take that 4th position. Carl on 6th, also joining the fight there, so look at that fight for 4th position, you geek.
Yeah, again, Karloff trying to continue his good string of performances that was capped off with a 3rd place finish on Oasis. So far, so good, managing to try and fight for 4th place, which is just shy of that 3rd place. But yeah, Marius is a bit too far up ahead for 9.6 seconds for now. Although with the tire delta, we might be seeing that gap shrink a little bit. Dexter and Shorty and Mr. Super Karloff continuing to swap positions checkpoint after checkpoint. Yeah, it is indeed a great fight for now, which we're going to continue watching on if you don't mind, as yeah, Karloff now right within the exhaust fumes of Shorty, making the move onto turn 11,
good turn
up into P5. He goes, good turn for Carl indeed with 4 to go.
Carl, however, not too far behind, only a couple of hundreds of a second, only just a couple of car lengths. I mean, that's crazy to see just after over 40 minutes of racing. Oh, but we've seen a mistake. Marius has to go. No, Marius didn't make a mistake. Marius has to go for a very quick pit stop. I have not seen how much he has done, but Marius at 100% now, so that was probably a miscalculation for Marius there.
To Super Karloff in the meantime, Dexter preventing the Frenchman from moving into that position, but we know that Carl can carry a supreme amount of speed into the final turn. Can he try to make the move again, heading into the penultimate lap? The answer so far is a no, but look at how he's visually catching up to Dexter as they're heading with 2 to go into the final stages of this race. And look, Karloff into turn 2, moves up to 3rd.
So many stories that will be answered after Quick will finish the race here. So another great performance for Quick. Wassail will get 2nd place. What a great performance. 14 seconds ahead of the 2nd place. Quick is winning race number 7. Even slowing down a bit in the ending. GG's to Quick. The winner is from Norway. Wassail will get 2nd. Carl on 3rd.
And that's going to be a 2nd consecutive podium in 2 races for the 2006 World Champion. Dexter in P4 and Shorty coasting to the line. Marius is way too far down to make anything about that. So Shorty will come away with a top 5 finish. Marius in P6. Riser for his first Div 1 race of the season, finishing a respectable P7.